Greetings, blade fans. This old sword with you with something brand new and exciting, at least for me. And I hope you like the Fox brand of knives. They put out a lot of different types of knives, and they've done knives under various designers' names. The interesting thing with this particular knife is that it seems to have been officially gone under either the Fox brand name, certainly it's made by Fox, or the Bastinelli brand name. I don't know why, but that is the case, and it depends upon the version of this knife that you get. And I've had a couple of false starts lately with Bastinelli knives. I did a review recently on the Alpha 1, which came out as a brand new design. This one's a little older design, but I found after working with the Alpha 1, it wasn't the knife for me. Had some lock stick, etc., etc. I'm not going to run it down, but it is rare that I've run across a Bastinelli knife that I don't like. So that was the exception. This is certainly in the opposite direction. So what we've got here is this one, the Shadow Flipper frame lock. And you'll see the configuration of it in a moment. Comes in a nice box with the Fox on there. But even better, I'm sure you've seen a lot of knife pouches that come with various knives from different manufacturers. And yes, Fox does this cool little Fox on theirs. But guys, this is leather. Yes. I didn't think so, but it was leather. And notice it says handmade in Italy. I don't know if that's the pouch or the knife. But I gave this thing a sniff, and I'm saying, wait a minute, that's not vinyl, that's leather. So yeah, they give you an actual leather pouch, and I suppose for the money, that's warranted. But let's take the knife out. We're already 2.5 minutes into this. And perhaps back out just a little more. And there is the Bastinelli Shadow Flipper. Look at the sculpting on that carbon fiber handle. Solid carbon fiber on one side. Could be a G10 or a carbon fiber spacer. On the back, usually they use G10. It's a flipper only. The blade is made of Elmax. A lot of people love Elmax and even prefer it over M390. I'm told it's a rough equivalent. I think they're both bowler steels. And if you look them up on Knife Steel's composition, you'll find out a little more about it. It is a stonewash finish. Very nice one at that. Beautiful thumb ramp with ultra-fine file-like jimping. And chamfered and swedged. Fuller running down the top. And again, that beautiful carbon fiber. Titanium on the right side. Frame lock. Hardened steel inserts, which is what I didn't get on the Alpha 1. Why, I don't know. They went with titanium right onto steel. With this one, much better disengagement, no lock stick. Smooth, but not drop shutty, which is fine with me. I haven't attacked these T8 pivots yet. They're very simple ones. This is designed as a combat/tactical knife. And the ergos on it are simply amazing. Bastian Cove knows how to design a knife. It is just incredible the amount of thought that goes into each of his blades, whether a fixed blade or a folder. So we're going to do some measurements. And I know I could probably pull them off of a website somewhere, but for certain knives I prefer to do my own. So it is not a super large knife, but it is a large knife. We're coming up on 8 3/4 overall. And a blade length of, I would say 3.9-ish. Cutting edge of 3 3/4. So good sized blade. I tend to measure all my blades out to the closest portion of the handle. Lanyard hole. And we've got 1, 2, 3 screws holding it together. Let's see what the weight is on it, and then we'll get to the thickness. Usually go through these measurements more rapidly, but I'm kind of giving it an examination as I do that. So, not an extremely light knife, but still under 5 ounces, 4.84 ounces. And let's see what we got for blade. Let's go with handle thickness because I've got it set to inches. I like to do handle thickness in inches. So 0.526. If we switch to millimeters and grab the blade stock right there, we got 4.22 millimeters. Let's make sure I'm getting that correctly. Oh, I was off. Sorry about that, folks. We're going to call that 4 millimeters. Very close. I think they list it as a 0.16 inches, which is 4 millimeters. And what else is there to measure? Well, rather than measure, let's compare the shadow flipper to a couple other Bastinelli folders made by Fox. This one is the Mako folder, considerably smaller, and it is a karambit style knife. The larger one is the Gecko, and these are my 3 favorite tactical Bastinelli folders thus far. And I'm seeing that the Gecko is very close to the same size, although a narrower blade, and a much more dull, kind of a bead blast or stonewash on that one. All black on the Mako. The Mako is designed to be a pocket opener with the Bram Frank tab that sticks out there. You can either use your thumb to open it, or you can hook it on your clothing, you can hook it on your pocket. There's various ways to snap that open, and it's got the wire clip. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I did a review on that, and I have done a review on the Gecko. The Gecko is a ergonomically great folder with that elongated tanto. Very gray look to the blade on that one. And if we were to compare the shadow flipper to the Griptilian, if we were to compare it to the Griptilian, I would say, yeah, definitely a longer blade, pivot to pivot, by maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Probably more like 1/2 inch. And if we were to compare to the Freak. Have a very similarly sized knife. Maybe it's just a little longer than the Freak. So there's your comparisons for those that are familiar with that knife. Feels very light in the hand for 4.5 or so ounces. I mean, is there any weight relieving on the titanium side? I don't think so, because in cases where, in cases where we have carbon fiber completely on one side with no steel hidden liner, the lightening is going to occur by virtue of the fact that the carbon fiber is so light. But love the action on the knife. You could even use your fingers to thumb it out because you've got so much blade exposed there. I'm liking it. The clip is steel and not titanium, which is fine. Spring steel clip. It is unfortunately not switchable. Does give you a little bit out of the pocket there, so not completely deep carry. On a knife like the Gecko, he does go with a deep carry, as you can see. I guess it depends, you know. I don't mind. I'm enjoying this knife. Let's give you another tour around, show you that fabulous carbon fiber. And that interesting, I guess we could call it a Wharncliffe style drop point, but we have a gradual, subtle belly on the knife for slicing. High grind, it's flat. Again, Elmax steel. Very high quality steel. And again, you know, you see Elmax on knives like some of the ZTs that I'm familiar with, and a number of others. A lot of makers do prefer it. Again, right in the same classification, very close in performance to M390. It was one of the features that drew the knife to me, that I have, I think, only one other knife in Elmax, and that's a ZT. But just some real nice detail on this blade. And getting a pretty good Bastinelli collection, particularly in some of his fixed blades. Reviews are out there. Check them out. Hope you enjoyed this review, and don't forget to give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, coming up on 2,000 subscribers. It's been an uphill climb. Tell your friends. Let's get those subs up there, because I will have a giveaway at 2,000 subscribers, and we'll let you know more about that soon. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, this old sword signing out.